I'm back after Thanksgiving. Hopefully you had a wonderful holiday. I had a pretty, event-filled week, so I didn't get a lot of rest. That's usually how Thanksgiving goes for a lot of people. If you're cooking or entertaining family, that was kind of the case. So I actually don't feel any more rested than I did before the break, which is probably a really bad thing, but here I am. So I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I ate way too much. I really just need to go on a diet, but you know, life is really short and I just really like food. Anyway, it wouldn't do any good anyway, even if I did try to diet. It never works. Okay, so enough of that. So here I am going to review another candle for you today. I have been burning candles like crazy over Thanksgiving break, so I've gone through quite a few, so just expect a couple of reviews coming your way. So the first one I have is another one from the Pumpkin Cafe line. I tried to get in, you know, like one more fall one in there before I started burning all of the new holiday candles that Bath & Body Works has been coming out with, because I love them so much, and I was like, I can't wait to burn my new ones, but I thought I would get at least one more of my Pumpkin Cafes out of the way, just so I'm not left with like a million left over after it's no longer fall or whatever. So this one is Spiced Pumpkin Cider. Again, it is from the Pumpkin Cafe line this year. It says, a warming blend of orchard fresh pumpkin, apple cider, ground nutmeg, and a hint of clementine orange. Here is the label. It's a pretty kind of ruby red wax. The label did do a little bit of the turning that the Pumpkin Cafe line has been doing this year, but this was all just this little tiny corner. So it wasn't nearly as bad as like the pumpkin sugar donut that I burned. It really just barely turned up in the corner, so no problem with that really. So very cute, appealing candle. Looks-wise, looks great. I love the Pumpkin Cafe line. I thought it was very cute and spot on. So let's talk about the appeal of this scent. I've heard a lot of people say this is one of their favorites. To me, it's just a very basic scent. It definitely smells like cider. You definitely smell kind of the apple in there, kind of the nutmeg. I think is that what it says? Yeah. The nutmeg. I don't smell any orange at all, but, you know, cider kind of just has that citrus sort of smell to it. So maybe the orange is kind of, you know, mixed in with the actual cider. So as far as like the authenticity of the scent, I do think this really does smell like cider, but to me it's just apple cider. It's not pumpkin cider. I don't smell any pumpkin at all. It just smells like apple cider. So it definitely smells like apple cider. I don't know about pumpkin cider. I've never had pumpkin cider, so I can't really speak on that. But to me, it definitely does smell like if you have apple cider in a crock pot or something like that, it does smell exactly like it. This candle burned wonderfully. It was gone in like 2.5 days. The flames were like super high. It burned all the way down to the bottom, so you can see hardly any wax at all is wasted there. It burned perfectly all the way through. I didn't have to pour out any wax. No problem at all. Every one of the Pumpkin Cafe candles that I have burned has been pretty spot on with the performance. I really haven't had any severe issues with any of them, so this kind of went right along with that theme. So it performed well. The smell is spot on. If you like the smell of apple cider, you will like this candle. The throw on this one, to me, I have heard people say that this candle was extremely strong on the throw. Maybe I got a dud. That was not my experience. It did kind of fill up my kitchen, but as far as expanding out throughout the house, no. So, not really that impressed with the throw, but it was a nice candle. I wouldn't have to have this one again. This is not one that I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to go stock up on right now. It was an okay candle. To me, it was just kind of a very basic, generic kind of cider scent. I personally wasn't that impressed. Now, of course, that's just my opinion, and some people, of course, can disagree with me, and that's totally fine. I respect that. But for me, it just wasn't very interesting. It was just kind of like a meh type candle. Good for the fall, but nothing that's just gonna like amaze you. So yeah, I'm not gonna buy any more of these. One was enough. It's not one of those scents that I just feel like, oh, I have to buy that in bulk. Would I buy another one? Maybe next year. Yeah, I guess I would, because it wasn't awful, but it just wasn't very memorable to me. So great performance. Okay throw. Okay, scent. So those are just my thoughts on Spiced Pumpkin Cider. Let me know how you guys feel about this candle, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!